this section, we will see the benefits of big data. We have seen that in our previous sections what is big data, how the big data is used in all the regions, though it is enterprise, government, semi-government and everywhere. So for that, now we will see what are the benefits of big data, and for that we will see them in perception of other things, like we will see the benefits of big data in proposition for IT, we will see in perspective for business, for perspective of enterprise, and in other areas. So starting with the first, benefits of big data proposition for IT. So the first one is IT transformation. As we can see, the big data analysis is giving IT sector a new platform, faster processing, cost reduction. So what is IT transformation? Big data technologies promise a multitude of improvements for IT organizations which understands how to leverage them. Means if we will talk about the IT transformation, many IT organizations, especially those which are the older companies, recognize the promise of big data platforms. Why? Because to modernize the outdated mainframes and antiquated code bases. Then the second one is the reduced cost. Most big data solutions are based on open source technology model, and thus minimizing the capital investments in new platform is very good thing. While Hadoop is far from ultimately it is free. It introduces the low barriers to entry and faster time to time deployment. And the third one is the faster processing. As we know that source data is more complex, but third party data is often we know that it is cryptic, and data is arriving at the corporate doorstep with increased speed. IT's ability to acquire that data and process it in the way which needs to be processed is only as good as the slowest node on the platform. But with the big data technologies being inherently high horsepower and parallelized, faster processing at faster time is done for the deployment process. So these are the benefits of big data propositions for IT. Now we will see the big data propositions for business. So as I said that big data is used everywhere. Now when we are talking about the big data in terms of business, so increased operational efficiencies. When big data was used firstly, it's usually in the context of faster analytics or data mining. But many companies are also leveraging big data solutions to simply do what they have already done, but at the faster level. So the list must be calculated, like where the data scientists are working, and with the big data technologies and their ability to process the algorithms more quickly, the lists can be provisioned at regular intervals throughout the day. And for that, the fraud algorithm against the dataset gives the results, which is nothing but the list of individuals who are exhibiting the attributes of fraudulent behavior. So that's why the operational efficiencies are increased. Then the economies of scale. The big data environment could conceivably aggregate the processing work done by multiple systems in a company into single platform, providing not only economics of scale and process efficiencies, but in fact reducing the overall costs also. And the third one is improved customer intelligence. So to business people, the promise of big data is really in what the integrated data types and growing data volumes about customers are. So the more we understand about individual customer, the more we know what type of relationship, preference, interaction we should have. So these are the benefits of big data for the business. Now we will see the benefits of big data for the enterprise. So with big data sets, enterprises can save money, they can grow the revenue and achieve many other business objectives in the vertical. So they can build new applications, we can say that big data might allow the company to collect billions of real-time data points in the term of product, resources, customers. Then the next one is effective improvement. It improves the effectiveness and lower the cost of existing applications. Big data technologies can replace highly customized, expensive legacy systems with the standard solutions which runs on commodity hardware. And because many big data technologies are open source, they can be implemented at cheap cost with the proprietary technologies. Then increase customer loyalty. Increasing the amount of data shared within the organization and the speed with which it is updated allows business and other organizations to more rapidly and accurately respond to the customer demand. And because of that, the customer loyalty has been increased. So, these are the benefits of big data for the enterprise. And now, the benefits of big data for other areas. So, analysis of preliminary data. This refers to data which might be in the midst of being processed, as in staging area or sandbox. So, pre-processing means getting the data stored in data warehouse or a Hadoop, and we might simply like it to explore the data before loading it into another environment. And the next one is innovation. So, in innovation, there are the various ways by using which the new sources of advantages has been taken, and the technology is adopted in such a way that all the big data adoption curve helps us in the retailing, then the laser industries, as well as we can say in the utility infrastructure, public services, and so on. So these are nothing but the various benefits of big data in terms of IT sector, business, enterprise, and other areas like media, PR, retail, leisure industries. So that's why these are so much benefits according to each and every area. So the big data is widely used. So we have seen the various benefits today. In the next section now we will see the analytics and cloud computing, or we can say analytics and cloud. Thank you.